Good morning and welcome to our live crafting session this morning. It is Monday the 29th of July and that's 2024, and my name is Jenny McCormack. I am an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator and I'm based in the market town of Brackley, which is in Northamptonshire here in the UK. Thank you so much for joining me. If you're joining me live, it's my normal time on a Monday morning, then do say hi. It's always lovely to know who is watching with us. If you're watching on catch up or replay, whether that is here on Facebook or whether you're watching on YouTube later, then a warm welcome to you too. And do also say hi, pop anything in the comments, and you know that you can subscribe to both my YouTube channel and also you can receive notifications on Facebook when I go live. Just tick the relevant boxes. Good morning to you, Lynn. Lynn's just stopped for a breather from work. Oh, well done. It's yes, it's lovely and warm this morning, that is for sure, but I know that you start pretty early in the mornings, so enjoy your breather. So today and this week we are using this really fun stamp set. I think this would be a great stamp set for beginner stampers because it's got a really nice mix of images and sentiments. As you can see, it's called Labelled with Love, and it's perfect for creating tags as well as cards. And we have some two-step stamping here, so we have the outline of the butterfly and an infill. So if you're not keen on colouring in, you can just stamp the infill. We've got a present with some little sort of dots of design that you can add to it. We have some leaves and flowers that go together, and we have some little presents on their own. We have a to and a from, and then we have this lovely tag shape that has a matching punch. I'm trying to get it without too much reflection of my craft room. But what's interesting about this is you can also buy a set of dies for this. So if you're not keen on punches, or you want to be able to cut out multiple images, morning Catherine, then you can either choose one punch or a set of 3 dies. And what's really good fun is that they're both the same price and they're both available as a bundle with the set for 10% off. I'll show you the information in the catalogue. But this punch obviously punches out this really nice ornate tag. And then in terms of sentence, we've obviously got the birthday, as I said, then we've got just for you, thanks friend, and I think you could easily cut that and have as a thanks or friend. So you could have happy birthday friend. Enjoy today, and then you are loved. And some of these will go vertically and some of them will go horizontally if you want to pop them on the label. So you can find these on page 58 of our current annual catalogue. It's in the bundles section, which starts here with the pictures of our Stampin' Cut and Emboss machines. So you can see here, if I hold it straight, that you can either choose a set of 3 dies that cut this shape out or a single punch. For coffee and card, because I don't take a die cutting machine with me, I will use the punch, and I think it just creates a really quick, simple card. So this is our stamp set of the week. I'm just going to start by stamping out some of the images just really quickly so you can see what they look like in the flesh, as it were. Let's pop this one on a block here. I'm just going to stamp in probably Misty Moonlight, and then I've got some lighter colours, and I've got a green as well, garden green for the leaves. So I hope everybody had a good weekend, those that were able to have time off at the weekend. The weather here was certainly beautiful. So this is the sort of tag shape, and it's got really interesting, it's like double lines with a little offcut in each corner. I don't know if you can see that really, maybe just about. And if you wanted to stamp that to punch it out, then what you'll want to do is stamp it parallel to the edge of your card, the long piece, so that you can just pop it into the punch and then punch it out, which I'll do when we come to do our card. So let me clean that off while I remember. I'm going to leave that on the block because I'm going to use that. Let's do the butterflies really quickly. So you've got a solid butterfly and an open butterfly. So if you like colouring in, you can literally just stamp this one and do some colouring in. It's a really nice butterfly, and it's relatively easy to cut out. Obviously the antennae are slightly more tricky. And let's use, I've got balmy blue here. Good morning, Caroline. Oh, bless you, Caroline. I hope everything's okay. So many people in hospital at the minute. Okay, so this is the infill, like so. It wasn't much lighter, was it? And let's just do the two together. So what I'm going to do is actually stamp this off. I've obviously refilled my balmy blue, so it's a bit darker. Than my misty moonlight. Let's fold this up. So I'm just going to ink this up, stamp it off, so I get a lighter image. Move this up a bit. There we go. Okay, so there's the two stamped together. Okay, let's do all the sentiments next. I'm hoping I can fit these all on. So obviously these will work entirely on their own. You don't have to use them with the punch or anything, or the tag. So we've got enjoy today. Let me move these over. I feel like I'm very much on the left hand side. Bit of glue here, let's take that out of the way. There we are. Okay, so we've got enjoy today, and let's have this happy birthday. I think will be popular. It's quite a nice informal style of happy birthday. There you go, I'll show you that one there. And obviously that will fit in that way. It won't fit in the other way around landscape, but it does fit in that way. Let's see, we've got thank you, thanks friend, and as I said, I think I would probably cut this in half, so you could use one or the other. And let's see, just for you, always a useful sentiment, and most of our just for you sentiments are sort of vertical, so this is quite nice to have a horizontal just for you. But it's quite nice that it's got space in between, because you could cut these out separately if you wanted to. Okay, right, how are we doing? What else have we got sentiment wise? We've got to from, which is perfect for a tag. Just pop that on. And I do like to use all of my stamps on like a sampler sheet. so that I can see how they stamp out. It also means I can check that there's no faulty stamps. Occasionally we do get a faulty stamp, and you want to find out while it's still current, and Stampin' Up can replace it for you. Okay, so we've got the flowers and the presents left. This is the set of 3 little presents, and I think that would work nicely with the to from, with the presents as a little label. Let's do the larger present and the little dots. Okay. So this is the nice solid large present, and there are dots that go with it. I think on the pieces that I've chosen, probably not a clever idea because I've chosen quite a dark ink, but let's put this next to it. There you go, so that goes on top of that. And then what have we got left? And just the greenery then, I think. So I have got, I'll leave the blue out, but I have got garden green. So I'll lift these up and show you the finished sampler. So let's pop this up in there, like that. And then the little flowers. I'll just use Misty Moonlight. Okay, I need to take my glasses off to get this lined up. There we go. Pretty. So this is the 2 together, and obviously you could stamp these flowers all the way over. It would be a really pretty background. There's that one, and I will just stamp the greenery on their own, like so. Okay, so I believe, unless I've missed anything, those are all of the individual images. So let's make a card. So this is our stamp set of the week, so it will feature at Coffee and Card this week. And because we've got the coordinating punch, I think there's loads of designs that we can come up with, because you could punch some patterned papers and then just have a sentiment on one of them, for example. So that's our sampler sheet, and I'm pretty sure, can't remember if I gave you the prices. I know the bundle price, and I'm just going to check now, is $37.75. The stamp set on its own is $20, and the punch on its own is $22, so that would be £42. But when you buy a bundle together, you get 10% discount, so you get this whole bundle that I'm using today for $37.75, which I think is a really good price. Catherine says, yes, the flowers look good, turn on tone for a background. Yeah, they really would. You have them going across. I think there's lots of uses for this set, and as I say, a great one for starter crafter or youngster, because it's got a little bit of everything. You can use it for male or female, because you've got the presents as well as the floral. This could be a moth rather than a butterfly, whatever you want to do. Right, let's get stamping and make our card. So I'm going Calypso Coral today. So here is my base card that I've already prepared, which is, let's close that up. half an A4 sheet, so that's cut at 14.85, scored at 10.5 to create my base card, just watching my blue ink. And then from our lovely designer papers, I've cut this piece of Calypso coral. Haven't decided which side that is going to go, and I'm going to have 3 panels that I'm going to stamp and punch out. So let's start with Calypso coral. And if you remember, I said what we want to do is have the image here with the long side parallel to the edge. So I'm going to stamp it around here just to make it easier to punch out. I want to make sure that is nice and clean. So I'm going to start by stamping this. So I'm going to pop one at the bottom. Sorry if that's nearly off the screen. I'm going to stamp one here. And one here. And then that gives me some space. If I make a mistake, I've got a spare piece, or I can turn the whole piece over, of course. So I think on one of them I'm going to have the butterflies. And I have got for my infill peach pie. So I am just going to try that combination on here first. So this is my outline Calypso coral. There's that one. And there's my infill. And I have a feeling this, yes, might be too dark, so I'm just going to use my bone folder and move some of the ink across just to lighten it. Now the ink will settle back in again, so don't worry about that. Okay, make sure you clean the bone folder off after. There. So let me try that now. Yeah, can you see the difference between the two? So that is full strength. The other thing you can do, as I did before, is to stamp off. But just going to, I'm using that lighter area. I'm pretty sure, oh, let's try it on here. Yeah, I'm happy with that. So, Calypso coral, and I'm just going to stamp the butterfly as is, hopefully roughly in the middle, like so. It's a really nice crisp image. And then the centerpiece. Like so. So that's going to be one layer. So to punch it out, you want to turn the punch over, slide it onto your card, and then just take a minute or two to get it lined up. And then you can pinch it slightly to hold it in place, and then I like to use 2 hands to punch it. Just be careful you don't catch yourself in there. I think we've all done it at least once. So, as I say, I'm not sure which side I'm going to use, but there's one. Let's have a happy birthday in the other one. Let's find that one. Which is here on this block. So I'm going to stamp this in. Not sure that I cleaned that. Don't think I did. It's got a blue tint to it. So happy birthday. this one in the darker Calypso coral, and because these stamps are photopolymer, it's easy to see through. Yes, I've got some ink on that one, like so. Punch that one out exactly the same way. So now I've got 2 layers. So my birthday could go in the middle. That one could go there. So I can either have another butterfly, or I could have maybe the little presents, or just the little flowers. Because these flowers and the greenery really need to go vertical, and my design for this one is very much, as you can see, horizontal. So I think I'm going to use those little presents. So I have got this one that I managed to get some ink on, but I might be able to stamp over it. So let's try that first. Grab the little presents, a smaller block, and I might use again both of these colours as a contrast. So like that, and then got these ones like so, like that. I didn't clean that one off. I can see it's got some ink on it, so let's do that again. So I think it was hidden with the dark one. Let's do Calypso coral on the left, like so, and this one on the right, and I'm going to turn it to as a different angle to make it look slightly, hopefully slightly different. Like so, and punch that out. So just take your time to line it up. Okay, grab it by pinching it just a little bit. Okay, right. Pop these away for the minute. And then I'm just going to put this together. I do quite like this with this dark background, and I'm just wondering if the piece I cut off from there, because this was a 6x6, just wondering if I did a strip of that down the middle, and I could do it the other way as well. Ribbon would also work. Yeah, I think that would work. Now I could reverse that and do it like that. I'm going to make this a little bit narrower, I think. Like so. Actually, I think that might be better. What do you think? Either way, I'm going to trim this down a little bit. Well, I can find my trimmer. So let me know whether you think light background, bold stripe, or the other way around. Bolder background and light stripe. So this is currently 5 centimeters, give or take. So I'm going to make it 3.5. So I'm going to make it 4. I'll see what that looks like. I can put that on the inside. Now of course I'm centralising them, but you could have them over to the left or the right. 1, 2, 3. I think that width is about right. It's just slightly narrower than this edge here. So that way round, or that way. I think they both work, to be honest. I might take just a smidgen more off this. Okay, just going to take 1/2 centimetre off. So for reference, this is going, if I remember, it's going to be 3.5 centimetres. Okay. One, 2, 3. Yeah, I like that. But I'm completely undecided about this. It's really not difficult, Jenny, is it? I think I'm going this way, but to be honest, there's nothing in it, is there? So I'm going to position this on first so that I can trim any excess off. Just going to pop that on with my seal. So this is our glue on a roll, and I'm just going to guess that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and a bit. It'll be close enough. And I've got those circles as a guide. Slightly off, isn't it? 1/2 millimetre out, I reckon. Okay, this is going to go onto my card base. And then I'm going to pop the other elements up with dimensionals. And as I said, you could use ribbon between these pieces if you wanted to. So just centralising that like so. My birthday is going to go in the middle, like so. And I think you could, you could just change all of those for different colours, and it would suit all sorts of ages as well. And you could do it that way, of course, and have the vertical flowers and flowers and enjoy today as another option. Just going to pop these pieces of dimensional backings on. One, two, three. And I'm just using these strips because they're to hand. My dimensionals are in my bags packed ready for coffee and card. Okay, that one off. And I'm going to place the centre one first and then space the other two around it. So I hope everybody is enjoying the Olympics. I think it's the eventing today, but sadly that's not on mainstream television. It's just disappointing, unless it might be on the highlights later. Okay, so our middle one is the birthday, I've decided. Go. So just eyeing that. That's my happy birthday. I'm going to have the presents underneath and the butterfly on top, like so, and we're done. And obviously you could space these accordingly if you wanted them closer together. I'm hoping okay, all done. So I've got some strips left over from cutting out, so I can pop that down the side, and I will stamp a butterfly on the envelope. There we go, just trim that excess off. Right. And I will add some bling as well. I'm pretty sure I've got some Calypso coral, and also some peach pie. Peach pie would probably be a better contrast, or just some plain silver ones, just to finish that off. So thank you so much. I hope you like that design. As I said, a really useful set of stamps, perfect for somebody who's beginning their crafting journey, because it's got a little bit of everything. As I say, it could be male, female, doesn't have to be birthday either, just for you, and the flowers and the presents. So yeah, there we go. And remember, you can buy the punch at the same time and get 10% off both the punch and the stamp set, or just start with the stamp set. You could fussy cut around here with some scissors if you wish. And there we go. So that's our stamp set of the week. It's called Labelled with Love. It's this one here, and you can find it in the current catalogue. And if you're watching and you're in the UK and you don't have a current catalogue or a demonstrator that you order from, then by all means contact me and I will look after you. Thank you so much, everyone. Have a great day ahead, and I look forward to sharing with you more designs from our coffee and card session this week. Thank you. Bye for now.